listening to our candidates' ways of thinking. That question is, what future do you envisage for the Lake District and how do you propose to engineer it? So it's a bit about yourself and a few thoughts on how you see the future of the Lake District and how we get there, I suppose. We're going to be starting with a different speaker every time. I'm finishing with a different speaker every time, so no one has to go first all the time and no one goes last all the time, just so you know. And I think what we'll do is, since she's missing next to me, let's start with you. And you've got 3 minutes, no more, okay?
Good evening everyone, my name is Pippa Smith and I'm standing for the Labour Party here in West London, Lonsdale. Let me tell you a little bit about me. So I grew up in the South Lakes, so like many of you who also grew up here, I spent my childhood climbing fells and swimming in lakes, and now being back here as an adult, some of my favourite pastimes are swimming, paddleboarding, hiking, although my lake of choice these days is Coniston rather than Windermere, given some of the sewage problems that we've got in that lake. My day job is that I work in the charity sector. So I work with a number of organisations that are on the front line of the growing hardship that we're seeing in our communities across Cumbria. And to be quite honest, I'm angry, and that's why I've decided that I'm going to stand. It's not just the sewage that we've got in our rivers and our lakes, it's also the fact that you can't get a GP appointment when you need one. It's the fact that the threshold for mental health care is so high, the fact that you can't get a dentist appointment, the fact that our schools don't have the budget that they need to cover the essentials for their pupils, and particularly those with special educational needs. All of this together, I think, is showing us that our public services are at breaking point, and enough is enough. We can keep doing the same thing again and again. We've had 14 years of Conservative government now, so that's 14 years of austerity and chaos, particularly in the last few years. I think it's time for a change, so I put myself forward to stand for the Labour Party. If you vote Labour on the 4th of July, change is possible. We've got a fully costed, fully planned manifesto to turn Britain around and introduce a decade of national renewal. But if you want change, and if you don't want things to continue the way that they are, you have to vote Labour on the 4th of July. Don't keep doing the same thing. Vote Labour, vote for a government that can bring in change. I was bringing this back to the Lake District and what I want to see for the future of the Lake District. So this place, it means a lot to me because I grew up here, because I live here. The first thing I did when lockdown ended was I walked the Cumbria Way with my dad and really enjoyed spending that time back out in nature. And I think the first thing I'll do once this is all over is another long distance hike whenever I can find the time to do that. So that's what I do, that's what it means to me. Being out in nature is personal for me, and this is something that I really, really care about. This is my home, this is an area that means a lot to me. So what I want to see for a future for the Lake District is somewhere that you can have those moments where it feels wild, where you have those escapes to get away from it all. You have that opportunity to be a person interacting with nature. So what I would say is that I want to see a Lake District that works together with people and nature for a thriving, greener and cleaner West